We'll be talking about never-ending family responsibilities. You know, that silent pressure that turns love into survival. I'm going to share a story with you, but before then, just to give you a rundown of what's happening on the show today. At 1 p.m., we have trending stories, and afterwards, 1:10, there's a recorded program that's going to come up, and then 1:30, there's the FinTech show. Last week, we didn't have it, so yeah, it's back today, yay! All right, so, and of course, afterwards, 2 p.m., the news updates will take center stage, and after the news update, we'll have to get on board as well for Talking Figures. So we've got like two business shows today on the show. The FinTech show, which of course is a repeat broadcast from the program in Lagos, and then Talking Figures, which is live here with Chioma Ezenwafo. Don't miss out on that one. All right. So 3 p.m. That's the last thing happening on this show, which of course is Rivers Today. But what else is happening on the show today? I've got 25,000 naira to give out. It's Wednesday. I mean, midweek giveaway can happen. All right, so don't forget, we still have the one play draw happening. So it happens every day. Don't miss out, okay? And remember that these days we have the jackpot happening on Fridays. So every ticket you buy qualifies you for something bigger, all right? So get on board today. Buy your tickets if you've not started. And congratulations to all those who won on Jude's show. And if you want to win on this show, all you have to do is get a ticket. How do you do that? oneplay.ng. Type that into your browser. And of course, you see what else you need to do. 500 naira is all you're going to spend, unless you decide that you want multiple tickets, which course gives you edge. So you can buy multiple tickets, and that way you got a sense of winning 25,000 naira on this show. Okay, so that aside, and by the way, we also have the USSD code just in case you're not able to use the internet, right, to buy your tickets. So *347 *880 *6#. That's what you have to type. All right, so back to the conversation we're having right now on the show. We've got very short time. So I already told you that I have a story to share. I always have a story to share, and I like that about me. So this is a story I saw on X. Okay, so this lady actually shared how the artisan that works for her would get constant calls while he's on site, right? Trying to do stuff. So she said she noticed sometimes she would see the name on the phone. She would see mom. Some other times she would see sis. And then he would pick up and he would just say, I'm working. Or maybe he would not just pick the call. So she said this always happened, right? And then one day he just opened up to her and told her that he's housing his mother and his sister. And that's not all. He's also supporting another sister of his who is married. And then he didn't stop there. He then went ahead to say that at this rate, I don't think I can get married. Because there's just a lot to handle. So this man is not lazy. He's not irresponsible. He's just drowning quietly. And sadly, he's not alone. There are so many other people like him. There are men, there are women who are trapped in an identity that is built on always being the one who shows up. There's nobody helping them. There's no break for them. They're working and everything they're doing is to provide for others. Duty, 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 duty. They're like the Messiah, the savior of their family. So people actually said a lot in that particular, what's it called now? Under that post, right? So some persons were like, he has to put his foot down and let them know that, hey, he's got a life he's got to live. In fact, he should stop sending money to his sister who is married, and he should also tell his mom and other sister that he can only give them when he has it, so that he will not go and die. Death that they do not plan for you. And then some other persons were like, well, how about you get another apartment for your sister and your mom? But then, the other question is, can he afford it? Because the lady who shared the story says he can't afford it. Like, he can't. So some other persons were just like, don't give them any more. And so here's my question. Is it ever okay, right, to say no to helping family members? Yes, we live in that society where we're family oriented, and you would be tagged wicked if you don't give if you don't support? I'm not even talking about far away family members, uncles, aunties, second, third, fourth, fifth, eighth cousin. I'm not talking about those people. I'm not even talking about nephews and nieces. I'm talking about direct family even. Yeah? Is it ever okay? Perhaps at some point you can say, the way and the rate at which I'm helping people is affecting my mental health. Oh, and by the way, June is Mental Health Month for men. Yes, Men's Mental Health Month. So it's a great time we're having this conversation right now. So I would like to hear from you. Is it ever okay to say no to helping family members? And then, have you ever felt overwhelmed by your family's expectations, by their needs, by their demands and all of that stuff? Have you ever found yourself in that kind of situation and you came out? How did you handle it? Let's talk. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0002, and 0817-923-0007. Oh my God. Okay, I'm seeing messages on WhatsApp. Who's this? Chiagozie. It has to be you. Thank you. Hello, welcome. What's your name?
Good afternoon. My name is Festus. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
Welcome, Festus. Please go on.
Yes. As a young man who is trying to help himself, it's not like you will not help your family, but you just have to train yourself. But it happens to me. There was a time I was just helping my family. I did not even get to do anything for myself. Even my elder sister, who is married, I was supporting her daughter in university in a very serious way. And a day came, my father called me and said, "Did you know that you will not train yourself in university? Because my father don't have enough." And I look at myself and the thing I said that I went to. It's not like I did not support them again, but that thing makes me, I take form for part-time because I was doing a little job. So I decided to plan for myself very well. So it's good that you help your family, but it should not get to the point that you displace yourself to please them. Because if anything happens, some of them will be like, you did not train yourself, or they ask you not to train yourself, and some of them might not even remember you. Help them and also help yourself. Another one I want to talk about is for ladies, some girls. There are some ladies in a relationship maybe they are planning to marry, and you see some of them will not even support the guy. They will be looking for a way to be sending money to their own parents. Their parents have already fulfilled their own future. So it's not like they should not give to them, but they're supposed to at least know that this is time for them to put head together and arrange for their own family.
All right.
So it's something that we need to think very well. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Festus, for calling 0817-923-0002. Is it ever okay to say no to helping your family members? At what point would you say it's okay to say I'm not doing again? You know, not because you don't have, because some people would say, when you don't have now, will anybody kill you? But you might actually have, but the money, it has been earmarked for something else. So I cannot put a hand inside it and use it to help somebody. So is it ever okay to say no to helping your family members? You know, I actually heard a story of a man who, when he was trying to build his business, he was the stingy uncle. If maybe you had a request and it was like maybe 5,000 naira that will solve that problem, and you met him, you'll be like, 5,000? What are you doing with like a whole 5,000 naira is what you're going to use to do? I don't have it though. You people, 5,000 is too much. You know, he was just trying to build his business, and he did that for a couple of years until he was able to stand, right? And by the time he stood, he started calling people one by one. Hey, Adanne, you called me some time ago. You said you needed how much did you even say you needed that time, Seth? You know? And then he would send the person like way more than what they asked for back then. Because now, they say Esther bleach. So Esther has now bleach. So he's now okay financially. So he said, now I can help people. I can give money. But see, that time I was trying to build, I was stingy with my full chest. And then second of all, have you ever found yourself in that situation where you were just overwhelmed with family responsibilities? Not as a married man. Like, I'm not talking about or a married woman, just carrying your direct family. You get? But the story that I just shared, something of that nature. But it could also be as a married person. But with the story I shared, I would like to hear from you. Believe. Oh, I believe you. Hi, Believe.
Hello.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Concerning the program that's ongoing on air, about if it's okay for you to at some point tell your siblings that you're done helping them. Hello, are you with me?
I'm listening to you.
Yes. I think that it is high time that we Africans should learn to say enough is enough. A lot of persons
Hello.
persons are up and doing, but they would not get to where they are going to because of the load they are carrying at that time. I had a friend once when I was in university that told me that she's going to be a great philanthropist. But for now, that the ladder that she's going to climb to the top, she will not share with anybody. That she'll be at the top, hold the ladder so it will be same before she starts carrying people. So my simple advice is, it's good to help people, mostly your siblings, but you should know the far that you can go, and always build yourself first. Because if you crash, sometimes you will not even remember that there was a time that you tried to help.
All right. Thank you very much for sharing. Believe. Thank you for calling. All right. So let's just flip this a bit, right? Let's look at it from maybe the sister's angle. So let's say you're the sister who is the one calling, who's always calling. Maybe you have a husband who is not supportive, or maybe his job is just not really enough, right? The money is not really coming in. And so you need help. And the only one who actually shows up for you is your brother. So you are the sister, or maybe you are the sister living in your brother's house. You know that things are tight, but how you want to do now? Maybe you're a student, or maybe you don't have a job yet, and he's just the one. So what would you do, right? Would you, at some point, tell yourself, I don't to ask this my brother, let me just allow him to rest? Or do you keep asking? Do you ever sit down to consider that the person you're asking may actually not have? They're going the extra mile to provide for you. Benjamin from Umodumaya, welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, my own contribution towards that is that I've actually taken time to listen to your conversation. Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay, then now there is a difference between when you are helping somebody and when you allow them to rely on you completely.
You have to turn off your radio set at this point.
Okay, can you hear me?
Go on.
Hello? Okay, so now there is a way you will help somebody and the person will rely on you completely, and it will make that person to be lazy and refuse to do any work. So in terms of that helping your family member, even when you are helping them, try to let them know that they should also do work in order to fend for themselves, not depending on you completely.
Wow, interesting. All right.
That is my own thought.
Thank you, Ben.
Secondly, can you hear me?
Go on very quickly.
Sorry, it's not a part of the conversation, but I want to know, what about Canada?
Canada is fine. He's a night owl these days. He's on the night show.
Yeah, but sometimes I try to listen to the night show, but he's always there. For the past 1 week and now, we have not heard from him.
Perhaps he's on leave. I don't know.
Okay. All right, no problem. Thank you for your time.
All right, thank you for calling. Bright here says, I enjoy giving, but there should be a strong limit to everything. We all must learn to say no sometimes. That person you are dying for will surely find help somewhere. This is what life has taught me. Brightner from Moji. Okay, Brightner, thank you. 0817-923-0002. and 0817-923-0007. My name is Engineer Chris from Abuja, from Chiagozi's office. Oh, hi. Your topic is very interesting for me. I would say there is a time when you have to be your own self. So it is okay to say, I don't have. That's my take. Thank you. All right, Engineer Chris, thank you so much for reaching out. And then Anonymous says, life is always better when you love yourself enough to have boundaries. Family, in quotes, is who loves you, wants you to do well, and has your back. Not people that feel entitled to ruin you because you all bear the same last name or once shared a womb. You always being at their beck and call doesn't make you family oriented. It just means you don't love yourself. So you have no boundaries. Only those who don't love themselves are continuously triggered by whether someone will call them wicked or not. Who has ever died because someone called them wicked, whether they are truly wicked or not? My husband and I have been in that situation, and we learned to say no to them. It was when we were going through something that was actually set up to expose them that I understood what a former employer of mine told me many years previous, when I was still single. That boss told me that I was too young and not established yet to be carrying such a burden. That if I continued that way, all my potential and even my life force would just waste for nothing. Because if anything happened to me, those same people that are acting like they cannot do without me will survive. True that, yeah? But you know, I've heard people say, I don't know how to say no. Like, it's really hard for me to say no to somebody. And it's not just anybody. These are family members. Perhaps it could be easier to say no to someone that you're not related to. Like, and then yesterday I was having this conversation with Ashley, right? And then he said that one thing he's noticed is that some people don't know how to keep their mouth shut about how much they earn. They think they are trying to be open to family members, and they just let them know how much they earn. And then towards the end of the month, as 27th done they reach, they will now start helping you to calculate the money. They'll be like, okay, it's any like 100k. Okay, so maybe I'll just ask him to borrow me 20k. Okay, fine, 15k. Some will come under the guise of just lend me this amount, but they know they will not pay you back. And some others say, something just came up, it's just 10,000. It's just, and before you know it, the 100k will not even transport you to the office again. Hi, Minaso from Okrika. Welcome.
Yes, a very good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, sir.
From Okrika. Yes. In fact, you see, there isn't anything wrong in you helping your sibling, but not at your own detriment. Not at your own detriment. You can't be doing something and you are dying softly. Not a story told about a young man, who got a job as soon as he passed out of the secondary school. And the whole burden, family burden, responsibility was upon him, and he had to see his siblings, train them from all of the university, and they became graduates, but failed to improve himself academically. And at the end of the day, the abusing is an illiterate and what have you. So, as I said earlier, there isn't anything wrong, but it mustn't be at your own detriment. And while doing this, you must tell them to be a man, to be a man or woman. They should be ready to face challenge in life. That's my humble submission. Thank you.
All right. Ouch. Thank you so much for calling, Minaso. Let me see. We have more messages here. Do I have anything on Facebook? Let's check it out. All right, just to let you know, we're live on Facebook at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Okay, I'm seeing a message here, and you're saying that your what's it called now? It was One Play Lagos. That Nigeria Info FM Lagos that called you about your. No, why would Nigeria Info be the ones calling you directly for this? I mean, the team in charge of payments should be the ones calling you. All right. So if it's Lagos, you have to take it up with them. All right. This is Port Harcourt. All right, I'm seeing more messages here. I'm going to read them. Chiagoze says, Mega something. You don't carry gbese on behalf of a family member or relative name. This gbese no be you incur am. they were incurred in your name because they know you are earning. Oh Lord, now in my life I want change because my own mental health is rising. Yes, I'm very, very well paid with small lot of zeros, but can you believe from the beginning of this year I never sew clothes or buy something for myself, or because of Bese? And brother, send me this. Nah, how are you? Nah, you don't read though. Something okay. Sometimes these lines now are becoming recurring. Now I want to write a professional exam. I'm singing it to everyone, even our family platform. I'm going to write the exam this month. It's over 3 million for the registration. Nobody they say anything till end of month. One thing I have learned is lean on me, no be kill me, I die. It's okay to say you don't do. Last, everybody go do okay. But I don't want to join the stingy association group now. Chia go say that's your message. Okay. And then who else? Good afternoon. It is okay to say day. Most of them won't even appreciate what you're doing. Me, I don't have strength for that. If I no get, I no get, because they will say, what have you done for us? I would rather set up a business for them or ask them what they can do so that money can come from there and help themselves. Press J, texting from SAS Road. All right, Press J. You know, I actually have heard a story of someone whose family member opened a business for this person. And this story is very funny. It's a very funny something. Oh my God. Okay, so this is what happened, right? So it's the same, find me something. You don't read though. Everywhere just dry. Do something now. Oh yeah, shake your body. All right. And then the person felt like, you know what? Enough of find me something. What can you do? Person say, I can do business. There is a farm shop somewhere. It is this amount of money. So what do you want to put inside the shop? The person mentioned. And then the family member sent money for the so-called business to be done. And then, just give the person like 1 month and was following up. Have you bought the things? Send me pictures, and all that stuff. And then I think 1 month or so, the person now called. So how far with your business? And the response was, are you expecting me to go and stay inside the shop? Cannot go and stay inside shop now. Okay. We have been. You really asked me. I was doing that. I did not from stay shop. I've closed it down. You can also your boundaries. Oh, be free. Know thyself is an abuse. Just caution. From the Palo Tail. Hello, this is wife from NDA. I have a half that is always asking. Actually, I have given tomorrow that I will so the link and for so that she test finally. Is her name Esther? I said because you know what you are. But try something on yours is for everyone. Without each other. Some people can be very funny. Oh wow. And that she said, well, it's even a conversation to have some other time, right? That thing about sending money to a family member or to a parent and actually telling your siblings about it. I've heard someone actually rant about how their parent was collecting money. A parent actually was collecting money from like everybody for the same thing. My subscription has finished. Send me money. They will send. Everybody was just paying for the same thing. And they didn't know. Okay, I've got commercials. Afterwards, I'm seeing messages. I'll read them. Don't forget, One Play draw is happening today. So, oneplay.ng. Get there. Buy your ticket. And 25K can just be yours. I'll be back.